Hello, my name's Wroblewski. I'm a writer and creator of various comics. Blood and Fire, which is a samurai tale. Enenra, which is like a pre and post apocalyptic horror. And my current series is Amor Patris, which is Latin for Father's Love. And that's a supernatural horror dealing with exorcisms. So if you like The Nun, The Exorcist, then it's definitely up your alley.
I was looking at your Kickstarter before we did the interview. It says you've done 12 Kickstarters. You are a comic vet, man.
Yeah, not all of them has funded though. The first time I did Blood and Fire didn't fund because I was holding things back, thinking for the later issues, and then luckily I've been very fortunate to be in a big, great comic community, and they gave me the advice: don't hold back. Give everything to the backers, and then luckily the series is funded from then on. I'm actually into the sequel series, Ice and Bone. So issue one funded. I've actually just received all the comics, so I'm itching to get back so I can ship them out. But I'm stuck in Chicago at the moment this week.
What what state what state do you live in?
Kentucky,
Kentucky. Yeah.
as you can tell by my accent.
How long have you been making comics for?
uh, Probably about 10 years now, ish. Yeah, because the artist of Enenra was my very first comic. Because originally I joined a agency to get it made into a TV series, but it didn't actually have any traction because I missed nobody, no one's going to pick it. But one of the agents actually said it would make a kick-ass graphic novel, and luckily the artist Ezekiel was on their books doing various artworks for projects, and we hit it off like so quick. The first issue took so long to make was because he was going off a TV script, not a comic script. So there was a lot of back and forth changes. So I kind of revamped everything, and now it's all comic script, so it's a lot more streamlined.
How similar is a television script to a comic script?
The actual format is very different, but I think the concepts are very similar because you're visualizing what the camera is going to be seeing, what you kind of think the director might do. So it's very visualizing, and then you do the same, or I do the same for the panels of like how to set the panels up on the page, the storyline, how it flows. So that aspect I think is very similar because you're pretty much the director. You're obviously the writer, but you're doing everything in your comic, and then the artist brings it to life like as a storyboard.
Yeah, right. So like for a panel you would say I want like over the shoulder view,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like you have like a close up or a long shot, or like a large widescreen shot of like a planet or something. It's depending on the genre, obviously. But yeah, I think the basics are very similar. Um, it's really just the format of how you lay it out is different.
That's cool though that you almost had a comic picked up to be a show, you know?
Almost, almost. I mean, I'm still waiting for that phone call from HBO or Netflix or someone to say yes, we'd like to turn your script into a film or a TV series. I'm like, yes.
I think Netflix would probably call you because Netflix has been picking up everybody, you know?
Yeah, but then do I really just want one season?
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, do I get it made and get one season, or do I wait and hopefully someone else makes it and the whole thing? So Netflix is notorious for just doing one hit seasons. Like
Mhm.
me and my wife just finished yesterday Chaos.
Right.
It is awesome. It is so good. It's like if they don't make a second season, I'm canceling Netflix.
And I think the one thing that sucks is I interviewed a guy that had a movie got picked up. Steven Seagal played it, and it was like, all right, you can't make any more of these comics.
What?
You know?
Why?
Yeah, I guess because the movie. I'll send you the interview after we're
Yeah.
done with yours. Um, what's the elevator pitch for your book right now on Kickstarter?
It's a small town sheriff gets a call from dispatch to go to is like a very close friend is the and he finds just blood, death, madness, and his investigation into their deaths leads to the Vatican and their practiced rites of exorcisms. So
Sweet.
if you like horror, if you like The Nun, The Exorcist, big, you know, you can probably tell from the first few images on the pages, there's a bit of an Exorcist in there. So if you like those kind of supernatural horrors, then this is definitely up your alley.
I like all the artists that you picked for your books.
Yeah, he's amazing. He did a variant cover for Blood and Fire, samurai storyline. So I kind of met him through that, and I kind of posted this idea to him, doing it black and white because he does really good with shadows,
Mhm.
amazingly with shadows. It's almost like another character in the book the way he does it. So I was very fortunate that he said yes, and I'm itching to get number 2 finished and done and carry on the series. Really,
Is the book complete? Like all you have to do is fund it, print it, and ship it?
the artwork isn't. The storyline is. All issues are written. It's purely getting the artwork done and lettering done, and then ship out to everybody. So it shouldn't be too bad. Probably 3 or 4 months after Kickstarter funding, fingers crossed. Um, then it should be in people's hands. So it really depends on his schedule. You know, he has his own, um, other work he has to do. So depending on his schedule, I'm looking at 3 to 4 months.
Do you fund the book first, then recoup on the
I,
Kickstarter?
yeah, I mean, I have so many bills I need to pay. I can't afford to on to cost $3,000 to I'll
Mm.
be divorced within the week. You're doing what?
Yep.
So I tend to pay upfront for the first like 8, 9 pages of the first issue, just so you can get the Kickstarter
Mm.
page done, show people like a preview of what's coming, um, and then kind of each Kickstarter in sequence kind of funds the book. So I'm currently in contracting another artist to start a different project. So I'm itching to get into that, which
Mm.
is a science fiction horror, like Aliens, Event Horizon kind of vibe. So
I like it. Are
yeah,
you are you in comic shops? Can people get you through Diamond?
Blood and Fire is on Diamond. Amor Patris issue 1 is coming out. I do have a publisher. Um, Not sure if it's in the shops yet, but it is in the cards. Yes, and
Sweet.
Enenra is on Amazon.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah,
Are you using like the print on demand through Amazon?
the individual issues are only available as a PDF, but the trade cover is available. But if you back through the Kickstarter, the trade covers are bigger, and the issues are bigger. So I actually have this sample here. So that's the size difference. So that's the what you get in Amazon, and then that's the cover you get
Yeah.
from me. So and this is exclusive. This is a wraparound. So this is exclusive to Kickstarter and Comic Cons too. Though I haven't
Is
been to a Comic Con yet. There is on the cards next year.
that was going to be my next question. What cons do you have planned?
The first one I'm planning on doing is the Nashville Con in June. I think it's the
Okay.
first week of June. So I went to it this year to kind of get the lay of the land because I've never been to a Comic Con before. So my cherry's dropped. It's been popped. So I'm looking forward to that next year to actually get a table and put all my stuff out there.
Isn't your first Comic Con just amazing?
It is. It was really good. Everyone's so friendly, and some of the costumes are made. There was a guy in a Batman outfit, and it looked like bloody something from the movies. It was incredible, the detail and stuff he got in. It was, it was an eye opener.
My first Comic Con was at I'm originally from Virginia, so it was in like a little small Virginia library, and it was so cool. Like you said, everybody was nice, everybody was polite. I was like,
Yeah,
why can't the rest of the world be like everybody in this room right
comics saves lives.
now? Yes, they do. Yep. What advice would you have for new creators out there?
um, I would suggest definitely getting involved in the community. If you're looking at kickstarting your very first comic, I would suggest for the first maybe 6 months prior, get on Kickstarter, back play it. People look at their how they do their Kickstarter, look at their page, get notes of how to set yours up, and join Facebook groups. The community is amazing. They will give you plenty of advice, whether you like it or not. I mean,
Ooh.
you don't have to take it on board. You don't have to heed their advice, but I would suggest joining Facebook groups, get in touch with the community, um, and go from there. Really, I mean, I'm always learning. Like it's Kickstarter is a I can't say that without swearing. It's basically one of those things that it's a double-edged sword. I would not be here without it. Full stop. I mean, with the amazing backers who they pledged their hard cash to to make my dreams come true, and I will never I could not thank him enough. So but there is the double-edged sword that if you do what happened with more Patricia's first issue is that though I funded a lot of the arid cards crippled me to the point
Mm.
where a good 40% of it came out of my pocket. So it's a hard thing, even if you do get funding, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get the money. So but like I said, I have bills to pay. I have a family to look after. I know I would not be able to do this without them. So it's definitely caution.
So, what happens if you hit your fund goal and you go to get the money, but Kickstarter can't get the money from like two or three people? Do you still get all of it except those two people?
Yeah. When you say you get $5,000, Kickstarter takes their fee. I think
Mhm.
it's what 12%,
I think
something like that.
something like.
Yeah, something like that. So they take their cut, and you get. I think they take between 7 to 10 days to process your payments. So if your card payment is like you have the wrong date, the wrong number, or something like that, it'll error out, and then you have we start messaging you. Hopefully, you'll get the message, and you can update your card payments. And then after that time period, you get the errored card, which like a dropped backer. So that person isn't charged, so you don't get the money. So out of like the $5,000 minus the fee from Kickstarter, you could walk around $4,000 depending on the errored cards. Um, I would really like Kickstarter to like if you do pledge, don't take the money, but just like I don't know, do like a test to say if the card is working, and then you know, and then don't count the pledge until they fix it or something like that.
Or do like some of the streaming services, they'll take $1 up front.
Yeah, take it like $1 like deposit
Hmm.
or something like that. So like you lose that dollar regardless if you cancel or not, but it tests the card payment because I've noticed a lot of trolls are on Kickstarter that will back you. It hasn't happened to me, but it's happened to other creators that they've gone like bang into the top tier, like $250, $500, and then each week they'll slowly drop tier down, 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 and it's like, why? I mean,
Right. Yeah,
it's so frustrating.
Yeah, that's so cruel too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, someone could be, really wanting that tier. Oh, it's gone. I'll go to someone else, and not come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
that's gone because a troll decides to, pick your campaign for whatever reason to mess with.
Yeah.
So it's and also advice for the new Kickstarters. Ignore all marketing experts, all of them. They are scammers. Don't trust them. Don't talk to them. Just ignore them. If if a marketing expert exists, they will not be knocking at your door.
Very well said.
Yes. I get so many emails and messages from them. I just ignore them now. I used to play around with them, but now I just don't bother.
How have you seen indie comics change in the 10 years you've been making comics?
I think the quality has boomed.
Yeah.
The writing, the artwork is incredible. I think it's actually better now than mainstream. Like the garbage that DC and Marvel have been put out recently is, even their movies have been since Endgame have sucked. They've been so bad. I mean, I've not watched Deadpool and Wolverine yet. I'm itching to watch that, but every time we seem to get like an inkling of like going to see it, something happens, and family drama. But yeah, I definitely think the quality and the artwork has vastly improved over 10 years, because I think mainly because the writers have like upped their game, and so has the artists. They increase the quality, and it shows. So yeah, I think definitely those 2 points have definitely improved over the last 10 so years.
Dead or alive, who is your dream team to make a comic book with?
Oh damn. To be honest, I actually really can't think of who else I want to work with, because I'm actually working with some great guys. I mean, Caleb is the artist I'm working with on my next project, which I really can't wait. I mean, Stan Yak, his artwork is amazing. I would love to work with him. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm very thankful for the artists I've worked with.
You're the second person this week to say the same exact thing. The guy's interview that's coming out before yours, Brandon, he said the same exact thing. He was like, I would work with the team I have now.
Yeah, because Ezekiel is my longest professional working relationship. I can't say bad things about him. I keep him busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the artists are amazing. For my little paragraph, they make, magic. That's the way, basically it. They make magic and make things, seem impossible, really. I don't know how they do it.
Is there anything you want to say before we go?
Back my Kickstarter. Please. That's it.
I appreciate you taking the time to come talk with me.
Thank you for having me on the show. It's been great.
What? You mean you haven't subscribed to Comicchatauthority? Oh, come on. Subscribe already. What are you waiting for? It's no big deal. Like, man, don't forget to tell him to hit that like button. Yeah, that too. Just subscribe.